New Year, everyone. It's Amanda here with your January 2019 RUNESCOPE plus 2019 preview. I'm doing things a little differently this year. Your 2019 RUNESCOPE, covering the whole year, is available over on my Vimeo channel. You'll find the link below. It's 2 readings covering first 6 months of the year and the second 6 months of the year. Those are, they take a lot of time, effort, and energy. It's 2 readings per sign. So those will be available over on Vimeo from now on. Again, just follow the link below. Your 2019 Career and Finance RUNESCOPE is also available over there if you want to take a look at specifically money and career and job and studies and all of that stuff. So lots of cool information over there. Be sure to check it out if you haven't already. But for this reading, yes, I will be using, in conjunction with our runes for January, the Medieval Scapini deck by Luigi Scapini. One of my favorite decks, as you've noticed if you watch my videos. But also then we are going to pull 1 card from the Viking Oracle. We're going to pull 1 rune. These are rune cards. This is the deck I use in my private sessions. We're going to get 1 rune to get an idea of what the year holds for each sign, and then we will be pulling 1 Major Arcana tarot card from the classic Rider-Waite deck by Pamela Coleman Smith and Arthur Edward Waite. So, instead of spiritual guidance, we're just going to do it all right here on YouTube, and then you can go over on Vimeo and check out the yearly stuff. But just want to take a moment, as I always do at the start of every new year, to thank those of you who have been following me, who have whether recently or from the beginning. I am in the middle of my 5th year here on YouTube, so I really, really appreciate all the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments, and all the people who book readings with me, particularly my regular clients out there. You know who you are. Thank you so much for choosing me to read for you, whether you're choosing me here on YouTube or to book a private session with me. I totally appreciate it, and want to thank you, as I do every year, just sending out holiday and New Year's blessings. So thanks so much. If you are new here, welcome. Please do click the subscribe button so that you can get notified whenever I upload new content. And without further ado, let's jump in and see what 2019 holds. And see what January holds for Gemini. January 2019. I'm sorry if you hear water running in the background. My laundry is on the red cycle. Better than the gun shooting from the shooting range though, right? Gemini, January 2019. Which runes want to talk to my gem stars? It's been really finicky the last few readings. Which runes want to talk to Gemini? Gemini, January 2019. There it is, there it is. Locked and loaded. As always, keep in mind, gems, these are general readings, so not all of these messages will apply to you. Some are going to be for the other gems that are watching. So everybody has their specific circumstances, you know. You can always check out the video for your rising sign as well to get additional messages or information about what may be going on for you. Sometimes that can offer clarification on the sun sign reading. If you would like something that's all about you and very specific to your circumstances, you can schedule a private consultation with me. My 1-hour New Year's sessions will be available through February 28th. It's 2 full readings, one covering the first half of the year and a second one covering the last half of the year. Similar to the 2019 general RUNESCOPEs over on Vimeo, but far more information. Or the 30-minute standard sessions always available. Just drop me a line. All the information is in the magical description box below. Challenge or focus? That's where we're going to start here. Challenge or focus for Geminis. In January, we've got the Magician as your challenge. So there could be a challenge in taking control of something or getting things under control. Maybe specifically in like something you're learning, an academic. Maybe you're in college and you're trying to get your GPA up. You're trying in January. You know, maybe there's a class you have to take, and you're like, oh, I have to do really well on this, or it's going to hurt my GPA. There's a focus in study. Your challenge could also be, you may have an event that you have to be like public speaking, or maybe you're going to be teaching or offering some sort of seminar, Gemini. And I don't know, it just may be nerves. The Magician card is saying you have everything you need to accomplish whatever this is, or to sail through this. Yeah, you have all of the education, the skills, the experience to do this. This could just be a job interview you're nervous about and kind of doubting yourself. But, you know, the Magician is all about power, stepping into your own power. Yeah, communication is definitely a theme here. You could also be seeking, like consulting with someone, and seeking advice, or going to some sort of consultation with a lawyer, with a financial advisor, with just a friend who's very well versed in something, who has their stuff under control. Maybe you're trying to or maybe they have the experience with whatever this is that you are concerned about. You may be talking to a school advisor, like, how can I get my GPA up? What would be the best course of action? You may be talking to a boss, like, how can I move up? Others of you, your challenge could be to strike out on your own in January, using communication, either speaking, writing, the internet. I mean, that's really a skill for you, Gemini. A lot of you are public speakers, and you're very talented at it. Air signs in general are very good at communication, or jobs that require that, teaching, public speaking, being a lawyer. A lot of lawyers are air signs. Debating. Even just starting your own YouTube channel where you talk about whatever you want to talk about. Give your opinions on things. So, there's a challenge coming up here that your challenge is you're nervous about something that you're actually going to do very well at, Gemini. So, and it's a wonderful new beginning for you. So there's a job offer coming. If this is an interview, you're going to do very well. Maybe it's for a position that's kind of like a big deal. Like maybe you're interviewing to kind of take over a company, or be CEO or CFO or something, and you're like, oh, I hope my experience measures up, and you're doubting your credentials or something. But I think for most of you, this is all in your head. It is just kind of, because this is a very reassuring card, saying you have everything you need to kind of sail through this. In the present energy, we do have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So present energy for some of you is going to be whenever you're watching this video. For others of you, most of you, it's the end of December into early January-ish. So this would be somebody who may be like fighting a losing battle, is what I'm getting here. So there may be some area of life in the present where you're fighting a losing battle here, Gemini. That maybe there's, you or someone else. Maybe somebody has done something and it's like, there's no way you can defend these actions. There's no defense for this. That may be, and if you're consulting a lawyer and you're hearing there's no defense for this, that's not that great. But, I mean, I do feel like they are knowledgeable. They know what they're talking about. There may be another way to go about this. Yeah, this could be somebody kind of trying to talk their way out of something, or talk their way out of something they've done or said, or but the power is too great against them. But they're determined, man. They feel like they can just talk their way out of something they've done. And in some cases, they may be able to. It'll be different for everybody. This doesn't have to be a serious thing. It could just be an argument or a disagreement that's not all that serious, but somebody is like trying to play off, and they know they're doing it. They know that they're like trying to play off something they did, or dismiss it, and they're not going to be able to do that. This could also be like you just totally strong-arming the competition. Because in the upright, this can be like a competition for a job, or competition for a promotion, and you being really determined to get it, and it's like there is no competition. So if you've got your sights set on something, Gemini, in January, particularly a new job, a new career path, or again, like just, getting your GPA up, excelling, making sure that, a class that maybe you're concerned about or worried about, maybe it is a public speaking course, or maybe you're going to be like helping with, maybe you've been asked to teach, or like be like assistant teach or something, and you're like nervous about that. Don't be, because you're going to sail through it. You're determined to make it work. If you're setting your mind to it and doing all the necessary work and preparation, all the necessary studies to get your GPA up or to pass this course, you're going to succeed. So try not to have anxiety about it and kind of work yourself up about it. You're determined. As long as you have the determination and you're willing to put in the effort and work, you're going to get this job. You're going to sail through this interview. You're going to keep that GPA where you need it to be. The help that's going to be available, we do have the Two of Wands. So this could be two opportunities. You may have to decide between. And one, it seems like, is very fortuitous. One that you absolutely just feel and know in your bones that you should do. You should absolutely accept this opportunity or accept this option. The other, it seems like you may feel like you're not ready for that in some way. And again, that was coming up as your challenge, but I feel like the one that you really know is good for you is a little bit challenging too, in the way we were talking about. The other one, you feel like it's not a good fit yet, maybe someday, but it's not one that you're really excited, or there's a delay around it. So there are two opportunities coming in, and one could be like you start right away. The other one, it could be more of a delay, and maybe you're like, I need money now, or I need to really like get going on this. I don't want to delay this. I don't want to put this off. I really want to kind of jump on this. This could also be a new relationship or a partnership that's very physical. It's a very passionate relationship, a very strong physical attraction, very strong physical connection. That's going to be very positive for you. As far as like if it's going to be anything more serious, it's kind of like you're in wait and see mode. And that's going to be a help to you to kind of like not put any expectations on or have any expectation of an outcome, just to kind of see where it's going to go. So yeah, if you're a single Gemini, you could meet someone on the internet or on an app, or maybe somewhere where you are doing public speaking, or in a class, in an academic setting. And it could really kind of just immediately take off, or there's an immediate physical attraction here. So yeah, Gemini, have your eyes peeled in any of those scenarios. It actually feels more like an academic setting, or again, where you're like teaching or speaking to a group of people. Maybe somebody comes up to you after and says, I really enjoyed your speech, or I really enjoyed what you had to say. Want to get some coffee? But yeah, all of this is coming up as a help to you. If you do meet somebody in that way, they are going to be a help to you, even if it's just in the moment, even if it's just in, like, maybe having an ego boost because this person is interested in you, or just having the opportunity to pair up with somebody, even if it's just kind of a fling. You know, many of you may find, though, that even if it starts out just like a physical attraction or a sexual thing, this could turn into something bigger later, or more serious later. So, yeah, when you're choosing between, if it's two job opportunities or two options offered to you in January, go with the one that you just feel in your bones. The other one, I mean, there may be another opportunity like that comes back around later when you feel more prepared for it. It's not like you're closing the door on that if you have to turn one down. So just keep that in mind. It's because I think this other one you just feel more excited about. You really want to do this work, or you really want to jump on this opportunity or this person. Maybe you're choosing between two people, some of you. And one you really feel, maybe one you feel is wants something a little more serious than you do right now. Or maybe you want something a little more serious than this other person. So yeah, I mean, again, general reading. So the way it's playing out, it's going to be different for everybody. What must be accepted about January? We've got the 8 of Wands. Tons of messages coming in. A lot of opportunities opening up. A lot of activity. But yeah, a lot of texting, a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls. I mean, I just see you like having to send and receive things, turning in a lot of work, sending out resumes, applying to things, filling stuff out. I'm seeing you filling a lot of stuff out, taking tests, taking job tests where you've got to, fill out the paperwork or take a job test to see if you can do this. Others of you, you've also got like a lot of personal messages. People wanting to hang out, people like hitting you up to like meet them at the bar or come hang out at the club, or, do you want to go do this? Some of you could be getting a message from somebody you haven't seen or heard from in a while, an ex, somebody you broke up with, or somebody you'd kind of closed the door on. There could be messages coming from someone that has been in the past for quite a while. They could have reappear. Doesn't have to be a romantic thing. This could have been just, a friend or a family member you've lost touch with, and then suddenly there's a flurry of activity or a flurry of messages. 8 of Wands can also be the arrows of love. Someone else got this in a different position. I can't remember which sign. But yeah, that could be going back to this 2 of Wands if it's working out as more of a relationship scenario for you, Gemini. There could be a lot of little sexy messages going back and forth, a lot of sexting, flirting, but also maybe, with someone from the past or someone that you thought you were done with or thought was done with you, or someone you'd closed the door on, broken up with. You may be tempted, though, with the 8 of Wands. You may be tempted to rekindle, as it were. Maybe somebody you care a lot about, or had a really strong connection with. It'll be different for all of you. Some of you, maybe you should let them back in, give them another shot, but others, the wait and see rune would apply there for sure. The outcome of January, we do have the moon in reverse. So the moon card in reverse as the outcome of January. Well, there's going to be a lack of clarity. So again, I think you're going to have to rely a lot on what you're feeling more than what you're thinking, which I know is difficult, especially for air signs, because you're a mental sign. You like to logically figure things out like a puzzle. You look at life like a puzzle. And does this piece fit here? No, let's, so that doesn't work. That's not always the case with emotions. You may be inexplicably drawn to someone, or, back to someone. And you may be like, why can't I fight this? This person's a hot mess. I don't want to have anything to do with them. So why do I keep getting pulled back into them or into this scenario? Or why can't I just break this tie for good and close this door for good? For some of you, if the challenge is working out in a more romantic way, like somebody trying to rekindle or whatever, your challenge could be to take control of the communication and maybe communicate clearly what you want, what you need, what you feel, what you felt then. There may be you may have a chance to cleanse some energy here, or really kind of get some things out that you've been holding in for quite some time, Gemini. But yeah, with the moon card in reverse, you could also be dealing with some kind of crazy energy. And especially whenever the moon card comes up, pay attention around like the new moon and full moon in January, because it could be when those energies are kicking up. You could really be having like it must be a full moon because everybody's acting crazy kind of moment. People could be really acting out of the ordinary, or acting kind of wacko. You may be like, and you may feel like you're acting that way, or somebody may say to you, you're acting very odd. You don't normally act this way. So something may be going on with, the energies, especially around the full moon. So you may have to wait until a few days after the full moon and the new moon to kind of get clarity or kind of understand what was going on, especially if there's an argument or there's something happening that's like, maybe this person reaches out around that time and you're like, oh, this is really confusing. I think also, though, this is just what we were talking about before, that problem, not being able to trust your own intuition, or not being able to go with your gut to make a decision on something here, because your mind keeps interfering and you keep wanting to try to find the logic. And sometimes usually there is no logic with emotions. That's what I see here for January, Gemini. Clarity will come, but I think it will take a few days after the moon. Let's see what the preview is for 2019 for you. We're pulling one major arcana from the tarot, the Rider-Waite, and one rune card from the Viking Oracle. Got the High Priestess in reverse, what we were just talking about. And there is us, Thor's rune in the reverse. There's what it looks like in the upright. So yeah, this is talking about somebody who it just does not trust intuition. They're very resistant, I guess you could say, sometimes they're resistant to spirituality just as a whole, because it's not, maybe you are. You're not interested in any of that stuff. You just watch this kind of stuff to find out if you've got money coming in or something, or, to find out what's going to happen. You don't know if you really believe it. But yeah, you could be like, I don't trust any of that. And you may not even trust it about yourself. It may be that view that's kind of clogging up you being able to kind of make decisions based on your own intuition, what you feel would be right. Now, for others of you, in 2019, this could be a person that you're meeting who claims to have a lot of spiritual gifts, claims to be so insightful. And, these people usually have this big, long list of things they do after their name, but none of it you've ever heard of before. So this could be careful of being misled by somebody who is like a spiritual guru, but they're not really a guru. And probably would definitely be female or a feminine energy, right? You may just, kind of be led astray by someone. Now, this doesn't have to be like in the spiritual sense. This could just be who someone is and you become involved with them and kind of are led astray romantically. Maybe this is one of these people. Maybe this is this one from the past, who claimed, oh yes, I'm psychically gifted and I have all these things that I can do. And I'm so special. And then really, but then when it comes time to like actually prove that you have these gifts, this person can't do that. And I'm not one of these people, you know, because obviously I know how this works. And I'm not, you know, no, a psychic can't give you the lottery number. I mean, I can't stand that crap, you know. It doesn't work that way. But at the same time, some stuff should be right, okay? If you're claiming you can do something, then you should be able to do it. So yeah, just kind of watch out for people who are maybe talking themselves up a little bit too much, Gemini. Make sure you're not doing that as well. This can also be a tendency to be a bit codependent in the reverse, and always have to be partnered with somebody. Because in the upright, she doesn't care if she's got a partner or not. She's very independent. She's fine if she's single. She's fine if she's not. If she is in a relationship, though, it's going to be an equal partnership or she's not doing it. But in the reverse, there can be a tendency to be codependent. So, I mean, if you are like that, Gemini, you could be finding that it's becoming kind of a stumbling block in 2019, or you could have somebody trying to attach themselves to you who is that way. Very clingy and just, you know, it's a challenge for you. Now with the rune, Thor's rune in the reverse, you may be running into people who are very wrong-minded or stubborn in 2019, having to deal with them. Clients, bosses, people in relationships. It could be a particular test for you. There also could be a tendency for you to be this way, Gemini. You may have people telling you, like, you're so stubborn. Why can't you ever see things from someone else's perspective? You're either encountering people like that, or people may be encountering you, and they're telling you that they're getting this vibe from you, or that they feel that you are behaving this way. But this can also be, like, 2019 could be a year where you need to break the pattern of something. There could be a mistake that you keep repeating. And you know, 2019, you may have to like really pay attention so that you get the lesson, so you can break the pattern and not keep going around this circle. It could have something to do with this energy we were talking about, since these are both themes. And yeah, maybe tapping into your intuition would help you get off this merry-go-round and stop repeating the same mistake in some area of life. We all have those karmic lessons where we just keep repeating it until we get it. And we all have to learn the hard way in some area of life. In 2019, I mean, there could be one particular area here, Gemini, where you're like, why does this keep happening? If you catch yourself saying that in 2019, why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep attracting this kind of person? Why do I keep getting stuck in this kind of situation? You know, that's when it may be time to take a step back and like, well, what have I done the same in this situation that happened in that situation that this feels like it's a repeat of? Kind of look back, and also maybe going back to a past relationship that didn't work out with a codependent person, perhaps, or somebody who, you know, who has a really inflated ego or inflated idea of their own abilities. Maybe that's it. Just a thought. At any rate, Gemini, good luck with this reading. January looks fantastic. Just, yeah, kind of wait for clarity. Really use 2019 to tap into your intuition and maybe do what you can to kind of learn to trust it a little bit more, because it can really be a big helper for everyone to have that and not second guess it so much. So best of luck to you in 2019, Gemini. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here next time.